Okay, Shitbag Roundup Part 2, and now we've got Crazy Mexican Sailor. What a mess. What a mess. Okay, so there it is. There you have it. A Mexican sailing ship ends up crashing into the Brooklyn Bridge. These Mexicans won't leave us alone. If they're not trying to jump over the border and get into the country illegally, they're crashing their shit into our shit. So let's get into it here a little bit. A Mexican naval training ship, it appears they need additional training. Perhaps some videos would have been in order before you got on the ship. Naval training ship is rammed into the Brooklyn Bridge in New York City on Saturday, killing 2 individuals on board and injuring over a dozen others. The Mexican ship known as the Cathamoc, was reportedly on a goodwill tour holding 277 individuals on board as it struck the underside of the Brooklyn Bridge. Viral video footage shows the ship slamming into the underside of the bridge, as you just saw, ripping the masts of the ship down as it proceeded to pass underneath. As the ship crashed into the bridge, multiple individuals on the top rung of the mast were seen violently swaying. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum issued a social media post following the incident, issuing her condolences for the lost crew members. We are deeply saddened by the loss. I'm not even gonna. The 2 crew members of the Kata something or Maka, whatever, training ship who lost their lives in the unfortunate accident in New York Harbor. Our sympathy and support go out to their families. The Navy, with the support of local authorities, is currently treating the wounded. The Mexican ambassador to the United States and staff from the Mexican Consulate General in New York are supporting the Navy, she wrote on Saturday night. What are they doing? Are they down there helping out? Or are they having a corona and sitting in their apartment? Meanwhile, New York City Mayor Eric Adams attributed the crash to a loss of power. Isn't it convenient that all these ships that keep crashing into things, they all just happen to have lost power? First, you see the whole thing lit up, so it had electrical power. All the lights were on when it crashed. Now, some people were saying, yeah, but it's the fucking engine that went. Well, fuck that. Why do they all keep losing power? It's awfully convenient. The next time you get into you have some drinks and go driving and hit a tree and go, I didn't hit the tree because I was drunk. I hit the tree because my car lost power. That's fucking stupid. You can use that for anything? Or how about you got a bunch of morons that don't know how to control the ship properly and you screwed up and made a mistake? Stop insulting everybody by saying you lost power. This lost power. The cargo ship in New York that hit a bridge. Before this, lost power. Give me a break. Earlier tonight, the Mexican Navy tall ship lost power and crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge. At this time, of the 277 on board, 19 sustained injuries, 2 of which remain in critical condition, and 2 more have sadly passed away from their injuries, he wrote in an X post. That was a mayor. We are praying for everybody on board and their families and are grateful to our first responders who quickly jumped into action, ensuring this accident wasn't much worse. Following our preliminary inspection, we can confirm that the bridge sustained no damage, is now open to the public. Wasn't that lucky for all of us? Maybe you can get on board and we can crash into something else. A spokesman for the U.S. Coast Guard provided an update on Sunday morning, stating that 21 people were injured in the incident. Prior to the crash, the ship was docked at Pier 17 in Manhattan, right near the Brooklyn Bridge. The ship was reportedly supposed to sail out of New York Harbor and head to Iceland before, well, good luck fucking getting to Iceland. You can't even get around in New York. But before drifting in the wrong direction, according to a spokesman for the city's Office of Emergency Management. The National Transportation Safety Board will be conducting a full investigation of the fatal crash and stay informed for news and blah, blah, blah. So, if they're not sneaking over the border and coming in here, they're crashing their ships into things. On a training goodwill tour, we don't need that. Go somewhere else. We don't need that here. Okay, more updates coming soon. Like, share, support, subscribe. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. Oh, there's one more thing that I forgot to add here. So with the sailors that got hurt, it might have been hard to see on this video, but originally they were all standing on the mast itself, in between the housings for the sails. They were all standing there, one next to the other, and it kind of stretched out like they were doing, what one big jumping jack. They were totally stretched out. So when the ship hit, it started knocking them all off of the sails, and they were either holding on for dear life or falling to the deck or whatever. So that's the reason there were so much more injuries, because they were all up in the sails. And when I saw that, the only thing I could think of was the barrel of monkeys. I maybe my my Gen Xers will remember this. You remember the barrel of monkeys? You could get that when you were a kid. So you went and bought this small container that was shaped like a barrel, made of plastic, and inside were a whole bunch of plastic monkeys. And you could take them all out and then hook one monkey's tail to the other monkey's tail, and then again, and then again, and again. And you could make a whole line of monkeys and kind of swing the thing around if it stayed together. You could, or line it up on the floor and go as far as you wanted. So the only thing I could think of when all these guys were up there standing on the sails and doing this whole show and whatever the hell they were supposed to be doing, the only thing I could think of was barrel of monkeys. I just wanted to add that in before I finished. So there you go. The Mexican ship, old barrel of monkeys crash.